Welcome to my series, Reading with the Rainbow Remedy deck. Now, you can use this technique that I'm going to teach you to read with any deck, and it's meant to just develop your intuition. So whether you've got your Rainbow Remedy deck or another deck, you can grab a journal and then meet me back here in this space and we'll begin. The first thing that I like to do before I start any reading is to be clear about my question. So I thought that today what we might do is do a question that is a general question for everybody. So I'm asking, what do we need to learn from Spirit right now? And I'm going to do just a very simple spread today, which is just choosing two cards. As you can see, my cards come in semicircles. So we'll choose a card for the top, which is what's on the conscious layer, and then a card for the bottom, which is what is rising or what's coming from the unconscious. Now, if cards start to jump out like that, I tend to use them. I like that they come out. And so we've got the Healing Roses card. In the traditional tarot, my cards are aligned with major arcana of the tarot, and this would be the Devil card. Oh, we've got a few jumping out now. And on the bottom layer, we have the Overflowing Cup. When I begin to read my cards, I like to focus first on what draws my attention. And so when I'm looking at these two cards in the light of the question that we've asked, which is what is the message from Spirit for all of us right now, I can see the purple is what's standing out to me very clearly, and the words healing. And so to me, that would mean definitely there's some healing that is happening at the moment on some layer. And I also know when I look at the roses, I can see many different layers, and they're all different. So you've got physical, the red representing the physical, the orange representing maybe the our willpower and our strength, maybe our creativity. And then you've got the mental layer with the yellow and the green, of course, talking about heart healing and emotional healing. And then, you know, I could just go throughout all of the chakras and say that what is required is healing on all levels for us at the moment. I'm just checking to see what else is standing out for me. I'm coming to the second layer now, the bottom layer, and what's rising. My sense is that healing is required so that we can learn to give from an open heart, or an open cup, or an overflowing cup, because the overflowing cup is on the bottom. When I look at this, I'm seeing this sense of drainage, because it's upside down, number one, and I'm seeing the water or the flowing, whatever's flowing, or energy flowing out from the cup rather than going into the cup. And so my sense is then that there's needing to be a healing that's coming from giving too much and not filling up our own cups. And when we fill up our own cups, then we have more to give. And when we're giving from that space, then we can actually give without resentment. We can give freely. And then what we get back from this open service is also, again, nurturing for ourselves. The other thing that I'm noticing is the reflection of the roses in both cards. So on the top layer, on the Healing Rose layer, you've got the rose, and then you've also got it in the Overflowing Cup. When I did this drawing, it was based on an actual uterus and fallopian tubes. And for me, this is all about the creative center, and is reflected in our bodies physically, but it's also our spiritual creative center, our sacral chakra. It's very sacred. And to me, it means that if we cannot heal the pain from this center, then it's hard for us to share openly, share our creativity with confidence. The other thing that's standing out is the spirals. And for me, spirals are reflected in this going deep within ourselves, and then drawing out what is deep within ourselves to bring out, to share with others. So this could represent the journey, and a healing journey, to go within, to heal whatever is in the way of sharing our creativity and what we get from that creativity. I'm also drawn to the deep pink that is just on the outside of the overflowing cup card. And to me, it really moves well with the green in terms of heart colors. You know, this is very much a healing of the heart. And that has been a focus when I look at, whenever I'm drawn to, my attention is drawn to the news or anything like that. I don't watch it regularly, but of course, news comes in and I can see how many people are struggling at the moment. I can feel that. There is a lot of pain in our world at the moment. A lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are grieving. And so this being able to share of ourselves, being able to fill up our own cups can help us support others. Well, we can't support others if we don't have that already within us. And now it's your turn. You get to actually have a look at the cards that you've chosen, or you might like to use the same ones that I used, and see what stands out for you. You can journal your responses. I always find that helpful. I journaled all of my readings for many years, and that helped me to build a really great database of the images and colours and what their meanings were for me. And they'll be a little bit different for you as well because of your own experiences. And so I encourage you to journal and keep a journal of what your readings mean. And then you can also create a bit of a database if you want to develop your intuition and use these tools to help you in that. This can also help you to read for other people, and I would strongly encourage you to do that. I know it can be a little bit scary to do that at first, but the more that you do it, of course, I'm sure that you've got friends and family that would be very willing to have you read for them. The more that you do it, the easier it will get, because you will have that sense of confidence in your intuition, and you're developing that relationship with your intuition all the time. If you would like some more resources, then I have linked them below this video. And if you'd like your own set of the Rainbow Remedy, then you can also find a link to my shop and get your own set. It comes with the booklet, which is just a black and white booklet, but it has poems and resources and little activations and meditations, and it also comes on the back of the booklet with a QR code, which you can then link to a Dropbox, which will take you to the digital book, as well as a meditation and some audios of the poetry, and any other links like to this video that I'll be putting in throughout the next few years. So I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I'll be back for another lesson on how to read with the Rainbow Remedy Oracle deck. Until then, take care.